Hello everybody, this is Jonathan Gardner. This is the introduction to a series of videos that I'm making about Python, computer science, the art and craft of engineering computer software. So a little background of who I am. So I started programming when I was a young child on a Commodore 64 using BASIC. I moved into 6502 assembly language. Not long after we started BASIC, we had the Commodore 64 manual, so we started exploring the chips that were doing stuff down there. We really learned, I think I memorized at one point the 6502 instruction set, and to this day I can still remember some of the stuff there. In my high school years, I self-taught C, C++. I think there's an old copy of Borland C, C++, which was interesting. I studied university. I was planning on studying computer science and software and stuff like that, but I ended up doing physics instead. Graduated in 2000. My first job was doing Perl for a startup. Then I quickly became an expert in that. Perl was a fun language. It's a very complex language, but it's very fun, useful. Later on, first few jobs became Perl, and I was hired for Amazon in 2003. So if you were there at the time, you know exactly who I am. Anyway, so I worked 2003 to 2010 at Amazon. Only got to use Python a little bit. I mostly did Perl. I did some Java. I did a little bit of C++ at Amazon, but a lot of Perl, a lot of HTML Mason and stuff like that. And then after that, I tried my hand at a startup. And since about 2010, I've been programming Python full-time at different jobs and stuff like that. Now I'm free. I'm in between jobs, I guess you could say. The honest truth is I don't know if I'm ever going to go back to software development. I don't know if that's my future. I don't see myself as being an employee as a big corporation and stuff like that. And the places that could afford to pay me are probably not the kind of places that I would enjoy working. We'll see what happens. It's been a long trip to get where I'm at. So 20 years of programming experience, about 10 years of programming Python professionally. I discovered Python in about the year, I think it was actually the May 2000 Linux Journal, where they had that naked organist from Monty Python on the cover. And it was Eric S. Raymond that wrote an article, I think about Mailman or something like that. I forget the program, but he wrote about how he used Python, and Python was very quick to program in, very quick to get working, very easy to work with. So why Python? Why am I gonna focus on Python? I could focus on Java or C++ or JavaScript. I think JavaScript is actually far more popular than Python. The reason why Python is very flexible. It doesn't really force you into a single paradigm. So let's write some of these reasons over the side here. So Python is flexible. You can code in a variety of styles with Python, and I have, and they're all good and they work well. And I've seen people take their language that they know, like C++ or Java or whatever they know, and they come into Python and they can code basically in that language in Python. It's not always the best idea, but you can quickly see why these languages have deficiencies when you see them writing that language code in Python, because there's a better way to do it. In Perl, the community there's more than one way to do it. So Perl had, there's more than one way to do it. In Python, they retort, they say there should be only one way to do it. There should be only the right way to do it. And so in the Python programming languages, oftentimes people seek for the best solution for a particular problem, and they try to find the best way to bring things together. Python is easy to learn. It's very simple. If you want to really master a language, Python is probably the best language to go with, because it's, in terms of like complexity, there's just not a lot there. So I intend, as part of this series, to actually go over every single aspect of the Python language, covering in detail how the syntax works and the different structures and everything like that. And you'll see that when I'm going to have this video where I'm going to go over the features of the syntax, just everything that you can possibly do in Python. And you'll see that it's rather simple compared to other languages, especially if you're familiar with other languages. And so my series, and the reason why I like Python as well, is we get to kind of move away from the what and the how. The what and the how is very well covered in the documentation. There's good examples out there, lots of tutorials. I want to focus more on the why, of why things are done a particular way, why in that particular way. And the other thing too is I wanted to focus more on the practical aspects of software development. Okay. All right. The other thing that I wanted to focus on was also computers. Let me write this down, actually, the things that I wanted to do. So we wanted to really focus on Python in detail. That's what I want to do, is I want to get in there really hard on Python and just take it apart from the ground level so you can see what it actually is. The other thing we wanted to do was I wanted to explore paradigms. Basically styles of programming, the way that you could do things, how things work, what you can get away with, what you can't. And I wanted to focus more on the why. I wanted to answer that question. Why are things done this way? I can tell you because I've, been around the block a little bit. I've tried other languages. I know what works and what doesn't. And also I wanted to be more of a practical approach to software development. development. Software development as opposed to writing Python code. So how do you get your project finished and on time? How do you get it under budget? That kind of stuff. And what should you do? So all of my courses, I don't really focus on the entertainment aspect of my videos. If they're entertaining for you, there's better places to go for entertaining, informative videos. My videos are very informative. They're very deep. And I'm hoping to engage you as a student. So I'm going to hand out homework assignments. You're going to go and you're going to study things and you're going to come back to the next video ready to take it on. If you've been following some of my other series like Basic Mathematics, which I highly recommend Basic Mathematics, even if you intend only to program. If you've been following these other video series, then you know that you're not going to get anything out of this unless you're taking the time to do the homework problems. Unfortunately, with the Python, I don't have a textbook that I'm going to refer to. If there is a textbook, it's going to be the Python documentation itself. And the homework is generally going to be just to try things out, to go home and try to write your own programs, try to experience these things. And I don't know that there's going to be a clear progression of learning from one step to the next. It'll be more like just accumulating snow like a snowball. Like over time, it just gets bigger, and pretty soon you have yourself a large snow boulder if you just keep adding little bits of snow to it. I think that's more what'll happen here with this course. In terms of support, so how can you help me? So obviously, I could be out there working a full-time or overtime on some job, doing some project for somebody that's in desperate need to get something done that's very important. I'm hoping that this channel I could use the resources that I put into this channel to develop some kind of profit that I can reinvest into the channel, like hiring somebody to edit my videos better than I can, somebody to help me organize and put together these videos in a way that's consistent and useful, somebody to manage the social media aspect of this whole operation, which, frankly, I don't want a lot to do with that. I'm more interested in just putting the videos out, hearing people's questions and answering them than putting up Instagram posts or whatnot and driving traffic through what is search engine optimization. That's something I'm definitely not interested in that. But so if you want to support my channel, right now the best thing you can do is just click that subscribe button, ring the bell, and click and like the video and share it with people that you think will find interest in this. Maybe you can go to my Patreon page. There's a link in the description. If you want to donate to me, whatever amount a month. I don't have any rewards set up. I'm thinking Patreon is just if you want to throw money at me, use Patreon to do that. They'll take care of all the details. If there's an idea of something that you think I can, like some kind of product or service that I could sell, please let me know in the comments what I can do to help you, what you'd be willing to pay for. I think there's a lot of little things that I can do, from just holding programming sessions where I take a small group of people and we actually start developing a project together, maybe some kind of paid thing like that. Something to support the channel. I think right now the most important thing is just to spread the word about these videos so we can build a subscriber base. And then the more people we have, the less it'll take to keep the channel going from each person. Anyway, guys, I hope this series works. I have no idea how the series is going to turn out. This could be yet another failed project. It could be something awesome. We'll see where it goes. I think I have some ideas that it might be nice. It might be useful for people out there that are struggling with Python or learning computer programming or software development. Maybe there's some sage advice I can give to the young generation that's coming up now. Anyway, guys, take care, have fun, and bye-bye. This video is part of a series on the theory of Python. You can click on the left to see the playlist and on the right to support my channel. Thank you very much for your time.